Welcome to the Daily Bread Crumb, a quick Bible lesson that seeks to find the humor in most things and God in all things. I'm Greg Allen. All right, folks, today we're talking about Mela, Noah, Hogla, Milcah, and Tirzah. 5 sisters whose names sound like someone sneezed during roll call. These ladies were living in the wilderness, eating manna, avoiding snakes, dealing with the usual desert drama, and then their dad, Zelophehad, dies. And Israel's like, sorry, no sons, no land. Thanks for participating. Here's a complimentary jar of sand. But these daughters? No, they didn't just sit quietly. They didn't form a Pinterest support group. They said, nope, not today, patriarchy, and went full biblical Karen. They marched straight up to Moses, Eleazar, and the entire leadership squad and said, excuse us, hi, yes, we have notes. Then they did something very holy and very bold. They argued their case like 5 wilderness attorneys who had spent the last 40 years studying law because there was literally nothing else to do. They basically said, look, Moses, Dad wasn't part of the Korah rebellion. He didn't get swallowed by the ground. He didn't make golden calf investments. He didn't even complain that much. So why should we lose the land just because we didn't come with built-in beards? Moses probably blinked twice, looked at the elders like, did we write down the rules for this? Spoiler alert, they did not. So Moses says, hang on, let me talk to the supervisor. So Moses clocks out for a minute, goes to God, and God, who's probably sipping glory and watching this play out like a heavenly courtroom drama, says, yeah, Moses, so the daughters are right. Not kind of right, not technically right, not right-ish. They're straight up right. God not only ruled in their favor, but created new inheritance law for Israel. The daughters came in wanting land and left with policy reform. They didn't just get their father's land, they became the reason future daughters got their land too. They basically invented wilderness feminism. So what's the takeaway? Well, sometimes God parts the Red Sea, and sometimes He sends 5 sisters to part the legal paperwork. Sometimes faith looks like worship, sometimes it looks like prayer, but sometimes faith shows up to the tent of meeting with a well-prepared PowerPoint presentation and says, we need to talk. So be brave, speak up, ask boldly, because if 5 sisters wandering the wilderness can change national property law, surely you can ask God for a little help today. That's the Daily Bread Crumb. I'm Greg Allen, and I would like to lobby for more comments and suggestions. Also more likes and shares if it's not too much to ask. Thank you kindly. We'll see you tomorrow.